I quit.
Well, let's get into that. All right, everybody, welcome back to Post-Match Panic. We are talking Friday Night SmackDown for March 13th, 2026. We're in Phoenix, Arizona this week, and despite it being this close to WrestleMania, Jesse, there's a lot going on in this episode.
More than a lot is happening in this episode.
I mean, as the show was going on, I was like, all right, is this just going to be a tag team match night? But, yeah.
It kind of looked like that at first.
Yeah. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Nothing.
No. Okay. Sorry. I thought you were coming in.
Smacking my lips at the delicious taste of SmackDown.
SmackDown and then them tasty tag matches.
That's right.
Yeah. So this show, as they were kind of going through the who's here, who's walking in, and what's going to happen tonight, Drew just gets on the mic and just cuts through the crowd, calling up Aldis to rip up this contract because he knew he had to, Aldis had to make sure that the Golden Boy Cody got his title shot, and Drew's pissed about the outcome of last week, and rightfully so.
I think he has a point.
I think he kind of does.
I mean, he's got a point.
Just a little bit. Yeah, man.
Who am I? I'm just a dude playing a dude.
Acting like another dude. What do you mean, you people?
Exactly.
Dude.
That's what Drew was saying about.
Drew is fired up, man. And, yeah, like we said, rightfully so. I mean, he got kind of screwed in the deal. But Aldis did make a good point. You know, he comes out after Drew calls him to come outside, and he says part of being a championship is defending the championship. Jade.
Who?
I don't know. Maybe the I don't know. We'll find out about that.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. And that Drew should be looking at the consequences of his own actions rather than pointing the finger at everybody else. You know, Cody lost at the Rumble and at the Chamber, but it was Drew's fault for those losses. Drew was the one who eliminated Cody at the Rumble and caused the elimination in the Elimination Chamber as well.
Yeah.
So, kind of Drew
did this to himself.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's points to be made on both sides of this argument, which I like. It's not a very one-sided thing. It's a very gray area, which is where Drew likes to live.
He's a big fan
of
that gray area.
So they're both in the ring at this point, and Drew just gets into Aldis's face, and it looks like they're going to throw down. I want to see Aldis throw down. Apparently he used to back in the day.
Well, yeah, I think he was kind of a big-time wrestler, not in the WWE, but in other promotions.
I know he and Cody had a match at one point.
Magnus, I think was his wrestling name.
Let's see Drew and Aldis at WrestleMania. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So Drew does get in Aldis's face and said that he's got to make it right or else. And as right as the or else hits, Jacob Fatu's music hits, and he comes out. Oh, man, the Samoan Werewolf. One of the best entrances in WWE right now, in my opinion. That's on the top 10 list that we will eventually talk about.
One day we'll get there.
One day. When we have time, we will do our list.
We will get there.
Oh, man. And Fatu comes out. He's hot, too. He says Drew wouldn't have even been champion if it wasn't for him, because it was
it's true.
It was Jacob that, messed with that 3 Stages of Hell match that caused Drew to be able to walk out of that steel cage match.
Yeah. And Fatu's got a point. All of this is logic.
Yeah.
And wrestling's not a big fan of logic a lot of times. So, especially the Drew McIntyres of wrestling.
Yeah, everyone is making solid points in this argument, which I do really like. And that Jacob goes on to say that Drew keeps blaming everybody else, but it was Jacob who screwed him. And what the hell is Drew going to do about it? And you could just see this look on Drew's face that he is just done. He's just over it. And he just calls out and just says he quits and he walks out. To everyone's bewilderment, he just quits. And
he punched everybody on the face that was on the playground and wonders why nobody wants to play with him.
That's a great analogy. Yes.
That's essentially what happened.
Yep.
Let's translate this into the 1990s Recess show.
Yeah. Just eats everyone's lunch and oh man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So he ends up walking out. Aldis and Fatu are like, what the hell's going on? And we cut to our next segment, which was we get a lot of like this storyline throughout the night, so we'll kind of pepper in as it goes on. But after this, we get cut to the MFTs backstage, and they still have the lantern, and the Wyatts are not the number one contenders because of that fallout last week. And Jesse, wake up.
My bad.
Solo and Tala Tonga, who we haven't seen in the ring a lot, will actually have a match against the Wyatts tonight. Big Eric Rowan and Uncle Howdy are going to be their opponents. And he tells Tama to guard the lantern with his life. Without it, the Wyatts are nothing. And as the rest of the MFTs leave, Shinsuke approaches, and they have a little conversation, mostly in Japanese, but with no subtitles. Yeah, no subtitles. I mean, if you're going to do foreign languages, great. That's awesome. Make the performers feel comfortable. Subtitle it. Figure out how to do live subtitles.
How is live?
I don't know. Figure it out.
Figure it out.
It's 2026. We have the technology. It can be done. If our AirPods can live translate
that's true.
foreign languages, we can get live subtitles on a WWE
You know what?
match.
This is the stuff AI was really built for.
Come on, Claude. Get on it.
Get on it, Claude.
Let's go. So Solo comes in and tells Shinsuke to stay the hell away from his family. And we go to our next segment, which is back to the Fatu storyline. Backstage with all this, pissed about Drew quitting. And he says, quit right as he was about to whoop. And then Trick Anderson says, whoop that what? Whoop what? I'm the only one who gets to whoop things around here. And this is a cool dynamic. I like the Trick Fatu dynamic. All this does end up setting up a match between the two later. Trick's not happy about it because he didn't want to fight Fatu. He just wanted to get in on the action a little bit. Talk a little smack.
He's a button pusher. He just wants to be a part.
Yep. It's like that old Staples button. He just likes to press it all the time as he walks by.
That was easy.
So yeah, we get a match confirmed later tonight with Jacob Fatu and Trick Williams, which will be a good one. From this, we go into the match that was teased earlier between the Wyatts and the MFTs, Uncle Howdy and Eric Rowan versus Solo, Sikoa, and Tala Tonga. Fallout from the tag team turmoil match last week, causing the Wyatts to lose the number one contendership. And I think my favorite thing about this match is that we got to see the big guys go at it. We don't get to see Eric Rowan or Tala Tonga in the ring a lot, and I like the big, powerful guys. It's fun to watch them go, and we got to see that. So
pretty sure I still snored through half of this one.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's frustrating because it didn't really push the story forward, and it felt like we got the same thing again. I think
just the same stuff.
The only thing that was different in this, and that I did appreciate, is that Nikki Cross got in on the action a bit. We got to see more of her character come out.
I forgot who Nikki Cross was.
I mean, she just hasn't been featured at all, aside from just being an intro in the ring. Like, she hasn't done anything in the ring. She hasn't been involved other than jumping off the table at somebody every now and again. But, I mean, that's very rare. But we got to see her go nuts on the outside. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I am just so not bought into anything about the Wyatt Six. Okay. We've talked about this at length, so I'm not going to go into it. But this is just another match that I'm just snoring through.
Okay. So, I mean, again, there wasn't anything too crazy. Like I said, it was fun to watch Tala and Eric go at it a bit. I mean, especially in the beginning when they were just testing each other's strength. That was entertaining to me anyway. We got to see some Solo try to do the Sister Abigail, and Uncle Howdy was able to counter out of it. There was some battling on the outside, like there always is. It ended up right as Solo was trying to hit the Samoan spike on Uncle Howdy. Nikki Cross was able to sneak around to grab the lantern, distracting Solo, and she ran away with the lantern. Or she got distracted and left it there. Either way, it doesn't matter. But Howdy gets up to set up the Sister Abigail for the win. So even though the Wyatts do win, they got their hands on the lantern for a minute, and then the MFTs came back and stole it. So the same outcome that we've seen the past 3 times these guys have come out together. This is the same match, different week.
At this point, it just kind of feels like the lantern no longer means anything. It means everything to somebody in the story creative side of things, but to us fans, it no longer has any meaning. It's just this thing that gets tossed back and forth like a hot potato.
Yeah, I feel like they can do a lot more with it. I don't know what right now, but I feel like if they're going to make the lantern the main story, they need to do more than just, the Wyatts win the match and get the lantern, but the MFTs ambush them at the end and take it back.
Mm-hmm.
Do something a little bit more creative with it.
I need to see some ramifications for somebody that's not supposed to have the lantern having the lantern. And at this point, there's been no real ramifications.
Yeah, I want
to. It has no power. It's just like bragging, a weird bragging right. It's like a weird trophy.
I want to see that supernatural side of all of this come into play. I want to see the spirit that's inside the lantern possess whoever it is that is stealing it. I want to see it Solo or Tama or whoever's holding on to it. I want to see more of that kind of thing. Right now, it's just, like you said, a weird trophy. So, I don't know. Hopefully, after WrestleMania, we'll
figure it out, creative.
Yep. We'll either see them bury the storyline or move it forward. Either way, do something more creative with it. After this match, we have Damian and R-Truth backstage, and this was a great segment here. Truth is talking about how the Judgment Day is going to be tough, and they can't let their history with them get in the way of the match. Damian looks confused and tries to correct him, saying, that's not the Judgment Day. But Truth is like, yeah, it is. The guy with the big block head, that's J.C. McDonough. He been eating. The guy with the slick back hair, that's Tama Nick. He put on some muscle. R-Truth is a gem, man. It's so good. A gem. It's just, he's the best.
R-Truth is the most interesting thing to happen to the Wyatt Six.
Just with this segment.
Just with that segment.
Oh man, J.C. McDonough and Tama Nick. Let's see it.
He put on some muscle.
He been eating.
So
Los Garza come in saying that Damian and Truth are the number one contenders because of them. They did all the work in the turmoil, and Damian and Truth just came in and cleaned up house. They third teamed it, man. It's just like in our battle royales.
That's right. I mean, there's a clear advantage there for being the last team to come in. So
and Damian didn't deny it. He's like, yeah, you guys did the work, but we're the number one contenders, so there you go. And Damian asks Truth, you know what I'm thinking? And Truth says, yep. I never met y'all a day in my life, and one of y'all ain't wearing deodorant.
Oh, man. Truth with the truth bomb.
Dude, he just lays down the truth bomb. It's great. So they set up a match for later tonight, which will be very entertaining. And then we get a short little backstage with Kiana and Julia saying that Tiffany isn't worthy of the title because she won't even beat Kiana later tonight, confirming that Kiana and Tiffy have a match later. But before we get to that, we have our second match of the evening, Jade Cargill versus Michin. Now, Michin has been kind of getting into Jade's head the past few weeks in these little segments. I've said that Jade looks a little scared after her interactions with Michin. But we haven't seen Michin. I guess she's been battling some shoulder injuries here and there from a while back. We haven't seen her in the ring. And since these last few weeks have come back, these backstage segments have teased this match being inevitable. So we get this right before WrestleMania. Michin doesn't come out from backstage during the entrances. Her music hits.
Surprise.
But she comes in from the announcer side and blindsides Jade. Little pre-match beating.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, the way you got to do it against someone who looks as powerful as Jade. I say looks as powerful, referencing that bit between her and Rhea last week. See, what happens when you don't come out in a big old puffy coat is you get to see your muscles.
Muscles.
Yeah. And Michin was just aggressive right off the bell. I mean, that's just what you have to do. You have to try to, get her off guard and just beat her in submission right off the bat. But once Jade did get one shot in, she unleashed the power against Michin, and Michin just could not recover from that.
I mean, we knew this was going to happen. It wasn't even a surprise at all.
Well, I mean, the only thing I was thinking is that because Michin, it looked like they were trying to say that Michin was getting in Jade's head, that could have been something, and I feel like it could have been entertaining going into WrestleMania, having, Jade lose a match, but at the same time, Jade's supposed to be this all-powerful, muscle woman, so I guess there's that. But the way this match ended, kind of weird. Jade licks Michin's face before hitting her with Jaded to get the pin. And even Joe Tess was like, did she just lick her?
Joe.
Did she just lick her face? I know. It's funny because face is one of those words that just translate as very funny on the mic.
Yeah.
And so when he's like, did she just lick her face? It's just, that just puts so much emphasis on it. It's great. Oh, man. Weird ending. And, I mean, I guess they did have to have Jade do something so she doesn't sit there for 36 days because it is confirmed now that Bianca's not coming back after her surgery.
Yeah.
So,
weird injury.
Yeah, weird. All around weird.
I just cannot I am so not bought into Jade at all.
Yeah.
She has zero aura.
Yep. Agreed. And even
she cannot put me over at all. Like, I am 0% interested in this woman as the champion.
And that's where I think, WrestleMania, I think Rhea's going to take it, and then Jade will go away for a little bit, and then she'll, have to they'll have to do some storyline with her, probably in mid-card, I would say, because I don't think she's main event material.
Yeah.
The only reason she's there is because she beat Tiffy way back in the day.
Yep.
And they had plans with the whole Bianca and Naomi thing, which obviously got scrapped. And now they're just kind of like, all right, I don't know what to do.
2/3 of that storyline gets out.
Yeah.
And the 2/3 being the most interesting part of it.
Agreed.
You're just like, Jade's like the third henchman, and now she's all of a sudden the main eventer, and you're like, this ain't working. And I think for some reason, creative's just like, Jade Cargill.
Number 1, Jade Cargill. Yay.
Look at how strong she is.
Yay. Okay.
We're even going to make her talk about it.
And that's what we're going to do right after this match. So Kathy Kelly goes to interview her, and Jade just steals the mic away from her and says that's what happens when these wrestlers believe in their own hype. Jade isn't afraid of Rhea, says she'll show her at WrestleMania that she's always on top, which triggers Mommy, and that beautiful music hits, and Rhea comes out. And as soon as Rhea gets in the ring, Jade takes off.
Yeah.
And then Rhea says, you're out here running your mouth, but now you want to run from a fight. And I like this line. She says, you're not even an but after WrestleMania, you're going to be my bitch.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Mommy's got all the chops to back it up, so
she's proven
Jade's just I don't know what Jade is, and I can't wait for Mommy to win this and see her title run again and see what happens. Just let's reset this whole thing. Let Mommy run it, put it on her shoulders. Let's call it a day and move forward.
Yep.
Bye Jade.
And then have Mommy,
what, Jade, just go back to AEW or wherever you were before this.
Harsh words. And then we get Mommy on SmackDown. Like, she's the champion. She's been on Raw for so long. Ever since I've watched, she's always been on Raw. So we get to have her go against an entire new roster, which will be really fun to see.
Yep.
So,
crazy.
Now we move on after that match to Nick Aldis backstage. Cody Rhodes coming in asking about Drew, trying to figure out what the hell's going on there. But Aldis says, don't worry about that. I want you to focus on the contract signing later tonight. And after Aldis leaves, Sami approaches Cody. Sami Zayn comes in, and these guys have been having a bunch of miscommunication, just awkward segments, and these poor water bottles that have been in very inconvenient places after Sami gets upset each week. But Sami just comes over and says, I just want to come over and say congrats. You did it. I'm rooting for you at Mania. And Cody says that I know that you said this exact same thing to Randy. Wants to know what this is all about. Says that he can get a title shot anytime he wants. Why are you trying to play all these games? And Sami says that he looked up to Randy Orton, but he doesn't look up to Cody because they're friends and that friends should be equals. And Sami says Cody doesn't get to look down on him. Cody says that he's inspired by Sami and that he looks up to Sami, which is just very awkward, very weird. I don't understand the dynamic.
Weird.
I don't get it.
What are they doing with this? I don't know.
The only thing I can think of is that they're hyping this all up and that Sami's going to do something at WrestleMania to interfere with the match in some way, shape, or form. I'm just waiting for Sami to make an appearance in one of these championship matches because of his interactions with Cody. That's all that I can think of. He
just is not selling it as like the tortured associate in WWE who's like trying to be friends with everybody, but nobody actually likes him. He's not even doing a good job at that.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that what they're trying to do, and because they were doing this before with Karrion Kross and Scarlett, is that they were trying to make them get into Sami's head. And it looks like what they're doing now is they're just replacing that with Alistair and Zelina because they're coming in again. They're in Sami's head, trying to they're just replacing them, which is what these characters are supposed to be. They're supposed to be the Karrion and Scarlett replacements.
But I guess like maybe, people in the comments can help me understand, and maybe you can. I do not understand the backstage mind game, like trope. It doesn't, it doesn't work for me. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So when I first started watching, Karrion Kross and whatever her Scarlett, they were doing that, and I'm like, what are they doing? They don't even wrestle. They're like never out there. They just go backstage and like taunt people, but they're not even very good at it. And then now here we are with Alistair and Zelina. I'm feeling the same thing.
Yeah.
Alistair's a fun watch in the ring. Zelina's good in the ring. What are we doing here? I don't understand this trope at all.
Well, I think what it is, from my understanding, is that they are trying to sow division between friends. They are trying to be that voice that should be like, oh, well, he kind of said this. Maybe he really doesn't like you. Trying to be that little dissonant voice in your head, trying to make you question things. And I think that's where they're intending to go with this, but I'm not sure if it's landing.
Sure ain't landing with me.
Yeah, no. Anyway, we get another backstage segment between Michin and B-Fab. Right after Michin's defeat with Jade Cargill, Rhea comes in to check on her, trying to be a little friendly. This one was kind of weird, too. And Michin says angrily that if she didn't hurt her shoulder, things would have been different with Rhea, insinuating that there would have been a good rivalry there.
Yeah.
So even though at the time they were on different shows, I don't know what would have been different there, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Michin would be like abrasive to Rhea.
Yeah.
There's no reason to. If anything, you're like, go beat the shit out of her, please.
Yeah. And even Rhea seemed like she's like, what the hell was that? I mean, I thought we were good type of thing. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
All right.
Nothing makes sense, Brian.
Dude, I don't know.
Nothing makes sense.
You know what else doesn't make sense?
What?
This next match. So we get Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax and Lash Legends for the women's tag team title match. Charlotte Flair and Alexa became the #1 contender after beating Kiana, James, and Julia last week, interrupting the celebration with Nia and Lash. Jesse, do you need some more Juggernaut juice to keep you awake?
I need anything. I need all the caffeine to keep me awake as we speak about this match.
Okay, well, here, how about we just give you the Bella Twins instead? How about that?
Apparently I'm drinking the wrong drink.
Oh yeah,
zero
caffeine.
Oh my god! But okay.
So before this match starts, the Bella Twins come out, and I was like, okay, are we not having the championship match? Is it just going to be Alexa and Charlotte versus these two now? But they just grab a mic and say that they aren't here to wish Alexa and Charlotte luck. They're next in line for the tag titles, and they'll be at ringside watching the competition. So you knew right away that they were going to get involved in some way. Something was going to happen involving them at the ring. That's just what happens whenever people sit at ringside. Any thoughts before we get into this? Nope. All right. So, I mean, it was the match. It was what it was. I will say, you know what I say about Charlotte's chops, right? They're the lightest things, as like they're just I call them the feather chops. That's what they were.
Feather chops.
They weren't so feathery tonight.
They got a little Ric Flairy.
They got a little bit of a snap to them tonight. So, okay.
She watched our videos. That's why.
That's what it was. She's one of the 22 people that subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
That's great. So it's good. So I'll give Charlotte her props for that. That was it. That's what we want to see. Like, that's where the believability is there.
Yes.
No more feather chops. Hit them. That's how you don't have to go Gunther. You don't have to do that every time. But
make me believe it, Charlotte.
Me believe it. And you did last night. So good on you.
Make me believe you want to be here and do this.
All right, so the match
just cashing a check.
Nope, and the Nepo check. Match starts to break down before Nia throws Nikki Bella into a boot by Charlotte outside. So there's your interference. That's how the Bellas are going to get interrupted. And Nia says, all right, I don't want Nikki just having all the fun. So she hits Brie as well, knocking both Bella Twins out. And as they get back in the ring, Brie comes in and attacks Nia, causing the DQ. And of course, I mean, you knew something like this was going to happen because the Bella Twins were outside. Brawl breaks out, and Lia and Nash end up on top after a second rope leg drop by Nia to Brie, which looked like it hurt a lot.
Bro.
Dude.
That was gnarly.
It was, yeah. I mean, Lash was just holding her out as a sacrifice, and that giant leg drop coming in by Nia. So
I'd never seen anything like that before, and I was watching with my dad. And he's like, what just happened?
Yeah.
It's like, that's a big lady doing nasty things to a smaller woman.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, we're either going to get a triple threat or we're going to get Charlotte and Alexa against the Bella Twins next for that. So we'll have to see what happens there.
Boring.
But next, we get Jelly Roll backstage, who's making a big appearance tonight. And R-Truth comes in, calls him Sushi Roll, which is always fun.
I mean, R-Truth just laying down some bangers.
He had a
on this
show
episode
tonight,
of SmackDown. You know,
he had a show.
Yeah.
So Randy comes in asking what he's got going on tonight, since they're buddies from way back in SummerSlam when Jelly Roll's match a couple years ago. Says that he's got MizTV, and Randy says that if he starts yapping too much, just whoop his ass. And right when Randy said whoop, I was wondering if Trick was going to come out, but he didn't.
That's right.
Another little short backstage segment between Charlotte and Alexa, blaming the Bella Twins for the loss. The Bella Twins come in saying that they're next in line. So this is a very short, couple of these really short, weird, awkward backstage segments tonight. Just filler time.
The beautiful road to WrestleMania.
So good. Then we get our third tag team match of the night?
Yeah.
Yep. We get Damian Priest and R-Truth versus Los Garza, Angel and Berto. Damian and R-Truth tag team debuted in the Turmoil last week. I think, this being the second week they're together, I think they're a great tag team. Let them run, let them go. I think this is just fun. And I think that's what we need right now in the tag division. It's just some fun.
Please, anything more interesting than the MFTs and the Wyatt Six.
Yep. So, I mean, this match, we got Los Garza being the aggressive runs right at the bell. But, Damian Priest being the giant man that he is, he just takes on both men, grabs them by the throats and just throwing them around. Angel did a lot of mocking of R-Truth and a lot of mocking of John Cena, and a lot of that during the match. Los Garza hitting a double moonsault off the turnbuckle on the outside of the ring was impressive.
Don't piss off Ron Cena.
No, you can't piss off Ron Cena. He'll you're not going to see him coming. I mean, this ended up finishing the same way the last one did, which I think is a cool way to end these tag matches. You get the AA and the South of Heaven in stereo for the pin. R-Truth and Damian Priest taking the win for this match as well. This is just momentum for the tag team championship match coming on later, and I like it. I'm here for it. It's fun.
Yeah, I think it was one of the better matches of the evening.
Agreed. And I think that has to do more with the high flying of Los Garza and just the luchador style of them, and then the power of Priest and the comedy and just funness of R-Truth.
Yeah.
So good combination there, I think. And then after that, we get Johnny Depresso backstage. Man, we thought Johnny Gargano was back, but then Obafemi he got Obafemi and he went straight back to Depresso Town.
Yeah, he did.
Give him a shot of Depresso.
Yeah, he's the mayor of Depresso Town.
Alex Shelley, his former friend from the Motor City Machine Guns. Say that 10 times fast.
I think you said the other thing.
I think I did. I said Motor Shitty Machine Guns.
Motor Shitty
Welcome
Machine
to Shitty
Guns.
Walk. Oh, man. All right.
It's like sweaty balls.
Yeah, sweaty balls. Alex Shelley from the Motor City Machine Guns trying to rally him with Candice LeRae there. Chris Sabin coming in after Johnny and Candice leave, wondering why Alex is wasting his time with him. Again, they all have history from way back in the day. Johnny did end up turning on them last year at some time. Chris got them a match next week against Fraxium, and Chris wants to know if Alex is going to prove that he's all in on the Motor City Machine Guns. So a little bit of discourse happening between your favorite tag team's favorite tag team.
Well, my favorite tag team's discourse doesn't really make any sense to me. I didn't know, why would he assume that Alex is against him?
I think it's more just because he's trying to rally behind his old friend who turned on him, Johnny Gargano, Johnny Depresso.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I can see.
That's a tie-in that I'm not aware of then. Yeah, because I wasn't around for any of that.
Yeah, that happened all last year, and then, it was before your time.
So let me get this straight. So Johnny Gargano was a part of Motor City Machine Gun?
No, so the three of them came up in the industry together way back in the day. So they slept on each other's couches, all of that. So they've been friends for a long time.
Okay.
I don't know what his history is specifically with the Motor City Machine Gun faction. I don't know. I don't think he was a part of it officially, but they were all friends, like really close friends back in the day. And then when DIY happened with Tommaso Ciampa, when Motor City Machine Guns came back last year, they had a whole big storyline and ended up turning on Chris and Alex when it came to the titles. So
okay.
Yeah.
So at this point, it looks like Johnny Gargano is just a guy that just makes bad choices.
Seems like that, and that he is just, and
like he puts himself in depresso land.
Yeah, whenever he tries to rally himself, he ends up making a bad decision and gets fall from graced by the ruler of WWE. So,
you know what I think we need? What Johnny needs is I think he needs to be cursed by Danhausen.
Ooh. Or uncursed. Maybe he is cursed now.
No, I think he needs to be cursed into doing something.
Okay.
As opposed to just laying on boxes.
That's true. I mean, he is the master planker, so
yeah,
let's see someone outplank him.
Is that the legacy you want to leave behind, Johnny?
Yeah. In 2007, 2008. Oh, man. All right, moving on from that, we have The Miz backstage. Speaking of Danhausen, we get him coming in saying that as this new mentor, he can wear the new Danhausen T-shirt on MizTV with Jelly Jam.
Jelly Jam, baby.
And he called him The Miz. He's like, hey, The Miz, that's my new mentor. And he says, doesn't everyone have their own shirt? And Miz says, not in their first week. He's like, well, I got mine on the first day, just so casually. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of want that shirt. I'm
definitely buying that shirt.
I want that shirt, dude.
Even though he's not technically on Raw, I guess he's not on SmackDown or Raw. It's unclear. I'm hoping that he'll show up on Raw when we go in April next month.
That should be fun. If he's there, get a picture with him, send it, have him curse you. I want to see it. I want to see it all happen.
Bro, I want to be cursed by Danhausen so bad.
Clip that. And he says, since Miz is doing MizTV with Jelly Jam, we can do GoodnightHausen with Danhausen. He'll get his own celebrities, get his own desk, and replace MizTV.
I love how he's so jolly about, like, I'm going to do all this thing, and you're my mentor, and also I'm going to replace you.
And I love the back and forth. This clip was great. The really? 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 Oh. And you know what I'm going to do? And I thought he was going to do, like, when he said silence, I thought he was going to do the whole Jeff Dunham, I kill you thing, but that was a nice little reference there. But he's like, you know what I said last week? I'm going, you are cursed.
Yeah.
So he curses Miz right before he goes out to MizTV. And even Joe Test said it, get Danhausen his personal blimp ASAP. Danhausen has injected...
Get Danhausen anything he wants at this point.
Anything he wants. I mean, I saw a clip of him, trying to sign Cody Rhodes belts. And just he signed a picture of Cody Rhodes that was going to go for millions of dollars.
Millions.
But I think Danhausen has injected a good bit of fun in WWE that is on par with R-Truth. And it's different, very different.
Oh, very, very different.
But it's very fun.
Because it's different in the way that, like, anything he does, his whole thing can affect so many different aspects of the show.
Yeah.
On multiple layers. So he can provide just genuine comedy relief. His curses can completely affect anything that they want it to be. So there's just a lot of angles that they can come at it from the Danhausen side of things.
Which has played out since we've seen him here. He cursed
100%.
Dom. Dom lost. He cursed The Miz. We get to see what happens with The Miz next. He cursed El Grande Americano. We still don't know what happened there.
Bro, he's gone.
He's gone. He's peaced out. But we do see the result of the curse of Miz as Miz comes out, tries to announce his show. His mic cuts out. And that could have just been it right there. But he does end up grabbing another. He introduces Jelly Roll. Before I start going through this entire thing, do you have any thoughts on, Jelly Roll or MizTV or just this whole situation?
My kids love Jelly Roll.
Okay.
Only reason for that is because he was on the Star Search Netflix show. So, but they don't know anything about Jelly Roll outside of that.
Okay.
And to me, I don't understand Jelly Roll as a performer in WWE.
Okay.
I just don't get it. So, to me, it's just another one of those celebrities bringing in some clout from the outside world to make things interesting. But I'm not sold on it myself.
I will say, though, I think as celebrities coming in, especially in the past few years, he's done it the best. Out of everyone who's come in, he's the one who has bought in on all of it. He's the one who's dedicated himself to it. He's improved himself, I will say. And I wrote it down here. His mic skills have improved tremendously, since his SummerSlam promos. He's done great, and he's bought all in on it. I mean, good on him.
I mean, you've seen the back end video of him training.
Oh yeah,
and he's definitely put in the work. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt about it. I'm just from if we're gonna go that celebrity angle, there's a lot of other people that I'd be more interested in.
Sure,
but I get that it's he wants to do it, and he's putting in the work to do it. So let's give him the space to do it.
And I'm sure he didn't pay his way in like other people who are superstars on, whatever, but selling Pokemon cards and getting their shitty drink on the show. Anyway, enough of that.
Who you're talking about?
I don't know. I'm talking about Jelly Roll right now. So he's coming out, and he's here to watch the contract signing of two of his best friends, Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. And Miz goes on to say that he wants to mentor Jelly Roll, and Jelly Roll just promptly says no. Just without hesitation. He's like, all right, no, I'm good. Bubba, you have a history of stabbing your partners in the back. And that kind of heats up Miz a little bit. And he's not wrong.
He's definitely not wrong.
He had truth.
Jelly Roll's got it right.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Miz says that Jelly's a good old redemption story. Everyone talks about the redemption story, but no one talks about the man behind the redemption story. 2 years ago at SummerSlam, Jelly fell down and his obese butt couldn't get himself back up. And to save himself from that embarrassment, Miz picked him up, and Jelly realized that he needed to change his life. Jelly gets pissed, saying that, Miz, you're trying to take credit for me losing 250 pounds? I'm the one who put in the work. I'm the one who ran those miles. And he's getting heated, and I think he's doing a great job on the mic. He's defending himself a bit. But, he does look great. I'm not taking anything away from that at all. I think
totally.
You transform your body like that. That's impressive, extremely impressive, regardless of how you do it, regardless of all that. That's where I'll leave that. Good job, Jelly Roll.
But then Miz comes out and says, "I liked you better when you were fat."
Yeah. Jelly claps back, saying, "Fat or skinny, he'll whoop your ass." So. Doesn't matter, man. Miz demands respect. He's the locker room leader, and Jelly claps back saying, "You're the locker room loser." And that's when...
And also, Jelly's not wrong about that either.
He's not wrong about that at all. And that's when the defender of anti-toxicity comes out, Kit Wilson, says the problem isn't Miz mentoring Jelly. The problem is Jelly. We all kind of secretly like you a little bit, Kit Wilson, Jelly Roll says, and starts doing his little hip thrust dance, which Kit does not like. And Kit says, man, it's the face tattoos, the criminal charges. And as Kit is trying to have a serious conversation, Jelly Roll is just mocking him the entire time. Kit goes on to say that you lose 300 pounds and expect people to cheer for you like a hero, and you're running away from who you truly are. You are fat-phobic. Not toxic, just fat-phobic. You don't inspire anyone, and you reinforce and promote an unhealthy beauty standard. You are toxic.
Nobody can win with Kit Wilson.
No, not at all. And that's
I love it so much because it's kind of a commentary on today's world that we live in. Like, nothing's okay, everything's wrong.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So Kit pushes Jelly, and Jelly goes to hit him, but Kit gets out of the way, and the Jelly Roll hits the Miz. So another effect of Danhausen's curse coming into effect. Miz getting hit in the face by Jelly Jam.
Yep.
And Kit runs out, dragging Miz out of the ring, and that's how that segment ends. So, yeah, I think we're going to see a little bit more Jelly Roll. We see that confirmed later on in the show that Kit Wilson's going to call him out next week. So
hey, you know what? I'd definitely watch a Jelly Roll Kit Wilson match.
Let's see it. I'm here for that. And I think
sign me up, baby.
That's good for Kit. I mean, I think that's the kind of role that Kit is in right now, and I think it's fun. So next, we get Apollo Crews, Ilya Dragunov backstage. Mello comes in and asks if he can talk to Ilya. Starting to get it. Mello says that he's starting to understand after hearing about where he gets his strength from his mom, that this is just too much for him. And that Ilya he's in his head, man. He's saying that, or he's in his own head. Ilya says that he's fighting every single minute. Two extremes, complete confidence or ultimate self-doubt. And that he doesn't know peace. Mello says that he needs Ilya to lock in. There's not a lot of people lining up to fight Ilya Dragunov right now. Ilya says that he can't fight Mello while he's fighting himself. So, inner turmoil for Ilya Dragunov.
It's about as Russian as it gets right there.
I mean, just have some vodka, have some borscht, and let's move on. All right. We get Tiffany Stratton backstage clapping back to the previous promo with Kiana and Julia. But before she can get a word in, Chelsea rolls up trying to interrupt. And this is great. Tiffany just pushes her chair down, and just Alba runs after her. Which is, I mean,
I loved it.
It's good. Just classic Chelsea.
I love Chelsea.
It is good. And before we get Tiffany going out to her match, we get Kit and The Miz backstage saying that Kit says if it's a fight Jelly wants, he'll talk to Aldis. Danhausen comes in. Hey, The Miz. And
The Miz.
Did Jimmy Jam knock out any of your teeth? I need some. And he shakes his jar of teeth. Well, I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of the jar of teeth is yet.
Nope.
I haven't looked into that at all. You guys can tell us. I know it has something to do with his character.
I think it's a trope that he's been using for a while, so I think it's like a part of his shtick.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll get to see something there. And if Danhausen was out there, he could have defended Miz's honor. And there's only one thing he needs to do to reverse the curse. And he does his little Batman disappearing act. Bye.
So good. There you go.
What do you think that one thing is to reverse the curse?
I don't know. Give him everything he wants.
Yeah,
give him his blunt.
mentor him.
Give him his talk show, his desk.
GoodnightHausen with Danhausen?
GoodnightHausen with Danhausen. I would literally watch that show.
I would too. Yeah, make it a web series. Let's go.
Make it a web series, WWE. Let's do it.
I mean, Logan Paul has a podcast. Give Danhausen one.
Late Night Hausen. GoodnightHausen.
GoodnightHausen with Danhausen. All right,
More interesting than Logan Paul's, whatever it is.
Dude, it would be better than that 100 times fold.
Oh, yes.
Moving on to our next match, we have Tiffany Stratton versus Kiana James. That's been teased throughout the night. I liked what Joe Tess said. He's like, they don't spring ahead in Phoenix, but they still know what time it is. It's Tiffy time.
It's Tiffy time.
Joe Tess, the professional.
Dude, he has come a long way since he started out with WWE. I mean, he was rough.
It's been like, what, 2 years now, right?
Yeah, and I know he's been huge on the college football scene. He's been big on the ABC miniature golf scene. And now he's on WWE.
Big time miniature golf.
Dude, he was a commentator on Holy Moly, man. That was so good. Oh, man.
So good. So good.
So, yeah, he had just some banger lines tonight, which was great. I don't know what to think about the current state of the Tiffany Stratton matches because the focus is never on the match. It's always on what Chelsea is doing because Chelsea does come out and essentially just, involves herself in the match a little bit here and there. But, again, the focus is always on Chelsea and not on what Tiffany's doing in the ring.
Yeah.
Which, this was a good match. It's Tiffany Stratton and Kiana James, two extremely powerful women.
Very good.
And it was very good. But the focus wasn't on it throughout the entire thing. It was more on what Chelsea was doing outside. So,
yeah. I don't know what's going on there. I think they're trying to figure out what to do with Tiffany because they're like, well, we can't just keep throwing her up against Jade or Nia every single week. So I think they're just trying to create some other opportunities for her. Yeah. But it's hard when one of your best in Chelsea is hurt and they're still trying to make it work, which is great. I'm glad that she's still around. But it's definitely feels like it's fallen a little flat for me.
Well, and I think that could have been where they were trying to head before the ankle injury, was a story between Chelsea and Tiffy.
Yeah.
And it could all been a U.S. title thing with Julia and Kiana and all of this. So maybe we're just relying on Chelsea being healthy to move that forward. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Again, this was a great match. I mean, Tiffany ended up getting the rolling senton into the prettiest moonsault ever for the pin. And, she just is gaining momentum. She doesn't have a championship match at WrestleMania yet, right? She's not confirmed for anything?
No. Yeah. Okay. Nothing.
So we'll have to see what happens there. I mean, the U.S. title's, I would assume, going to be defended. If it's all championships at WrestleMania, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe this is the one they don't do, which is just weird.
Well, that just showcases that they don't know what to do with Julia that much more.
Take it off of her then. Give it to Kiana.
Yeah, exactly.
Let Kiana turn on her and give it to her. Like that's simple as that.
Yes, that would be so good,
simple
bro.
as that.
If we could get Kiana to turn on Julia. Honestly, the only reason Julia is still relevant is because of what Kiana's been doing.
Agreed. Well, okay, not entirely true, I will say, because we had a solo match with Julia a couple weeks ago, which was great.
Against Rhea.
Yeah. And that's where
it was great.
It was great.
They're not building that up. They're not doing anything with it.
No. But
maybe they'll push. Maybe they'll. Prediction time. Maybe Kiana will turn. Kiana wins the American or the North American Championship or whatever it's called. United States Championship. That's it. And Julia starts going after Rhea after WrestleMania.
Sure. Let's do that.
Let's see it.
Yeah. And let
make it interesting.
Let Kiana run the mid card because that's what she can do right now. She was already in the chamber, so let her. She's already on the top scene, so let her run the mid card for a bit and defend the title and have some interesting stories there. I mean, do the open challenge thing like Mella's doing. Let the mid card be the open challenge card.
Yep.
Do that. That would be fun.
Yep. So. Yep. Please, something.
All right, moving on.
Something
we get
interesting.
Trick Williams backstage, getting his final thoughts before the match. He said he's going to take off his lemon pepper steppers and smack the boogeyman out of Fatu's ass.
Oh, I like that.
That was a good line. Sammy does show up and tells him to keep talking. You know, you've been talking a big game, and just like you said to me, you can't get the job done. Just like you said to Sammy, like he just talks the talk but can't get the job done in the ring, running his mouth and he can't back it up, which kind of gets in Trick's head a little bit before his match against Jacob Fatu, which we roll right into. And this match was made after Trick interrupted Jacob and all this earlier in the night. Fatu couldn't get his hands on Drew, so he's got to release his anger somewhere. So why not Trick Williams?
That's right.
So, this was a very intense match. Do you have any thoughts on this before we get into it?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Fatu. I'm a big fan of Trick Williams, and I was just looking forward to it. And I was very excited when Nick was ready to put this on the card for the evening.
Yeah, I agree. I was very excited about this match. Trick was doing some dancing around, some little, Muhammad Ali moves before, as the match was starting, before locking up with Fatu. Trick hitting Fatu just unleashed the beast out of him. You could just see the werewolf turn after he was just getting hitting his own head on the turnbuckle, giving him those giant beast eyes, just making Trick feel extremely uncomfortable with all of that. Yeah. And Jacob just starts laying waste throughout the entire match, the rest, and to Trick. Most of the match was Trick just getting beat up by Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, Jacob Fatu's what, 4 or 5 inches shorter than Trick Williams?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Fatu's kind of a beast of a werewolf, so it makes sense.
That's just kind of what it is. So the fight does end up spilling out onto the floor at one point, and then the man we thought quit at the beginning of the night comes out. Well, Trick had the ref's back turned. Drew just comes out and unleashes on Fatu, just weakening him, throwing him all over the outside of the ring, throws him back into the ring, where Trick is able to hit the trick shot for the pin. So, apparently...
just more Drew McIntyre nonsense.
And I wrote this down. I don't think he quit. He's just playing his game like he always does, on his time, his way, He's not going to let anyone else dictate what he does, which is just the way Drew has always been.
Yeah.
Drew gets up into the ring and hits Fatu with a Claymore, and then it ended with him giving the Gladiator thumbs down as he stood over his corpse. All right, going into the main event, the contract signing of the evening. Before it even gets started, Aldis comes out and calls out Drew, saying, "Hey, welcome back. You're here. You apparently didn't quit, so you get Jacob Fatu next week." So we get to see that happen next week. That'll be fun.
Oh, man. Drew McIntyre.
All right, so this contract signing went a different way than I thought it was going to. So
yeah,
it was like everyone comes out, they say their stuff. Randy, like Cody just signs the contract just casually, just going over the history in WWE with Randy, and just, he signs it. He hands it over to Randy. Randy hesitates a little bit before he gets on the mic. And, he says, "I don't think you understand, Cody. I need this match. It's hard because we're friends, and I thought I was going up against Drew, so that's where my mindset was, all this other stuff." But Cody says, "Nope, stop right there. I'm going to take the burden off you right here, right now. I want the Legend Killer. When that bell rings, I want the guy who is known to get to be the master of the 3 most dangerous letters in WWE. But that's when the bell rings. And when the last bell rings, I'll always love you." And when Randy signed the contract, I was like, this is the most tame contract signing I have ever seen. And then the voices came out. The voices took over Randy Orton. He shakes Cody's hand, slams him into the table, hits him with a low blow, and just starts destroying him, ripping off his shirt, throwing him outside, grabbing steel steps as he's thrown over the announce table and hits Cody with them. All this comes out, and Randy just shoves him down like it's nothing.
Uh-oh.
Cody's all bloodied up while Randy continues the beating. Randy sets Cody up on the announce table, raining punches down, grabbing the bottom steps, leaning them against the table. I thought he was going to throw him against his head, but he props Cody's head in between the crevice of the steps. Even Jelly Roll tries to come down and calm down Randy and gets shoved down.
Yep.
Randy seems to be coming to his senses, seems to be taken back over, and starts to walk out. Everyone's coming over to see how a broken and beat up Cody, just to try to see if he's even conscious, see how he's doing. But Randy sneaks around the timekeeper's area with a chair, jumps up on the table, and just smashes into Cody's face. So those voices are back, man. They're in his head, and they are screaming.
Yeah, he just turned heel real fast.
Real fast. And, this was the prediction that needed to happen, that people were saying was going to need to happen, that somebody was going to need to turn heel. And I thought it was going to be Cody because they were talking about him doing a character change. But I was wrong. I think that last shot was really cool. I hope we can grab a screen grab of that for the thumbnail of just Randy sitting there in the chair with the belt across his lap and just the way the credits rolled there. So I thought, man, that was cool. That was a cool way to end the show. It propels that storyline forward over the next few weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll get to see some cool stuff.
Well, and Randy's like historically a heel.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not new territory for him. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, but like you said in your notes, Cody is not getting the hype that I think he's used to getting.
Yeah.
And I think people want to see Randy win the next one. So I'll be interested to see how this goes because I'm kind of rooting for Randy too.
Yeah. I want him to get 15. I want to see it.
Yeah.
I like Randy. I think he's the more athletic of the two. He's the more entertaining of the two. I want to see him make that run. I mean, Cody's had his time for the past 3 years. It's time to let Cody sit out for a little bit.
Yeah, go take a break, Cody. Go spend some time with the family. Yep. Make me miss you. I don't miss you. And right now, you just kind of seem like the privileged kid that gets his hands on everything.
Well, it's funny. I can't remember which PLE it was when we watched it at your house because we hadn't seen Cody for a long time. And then he just showed up, and you went nuts.
I was like, yes!
Because Cody's back.
Yeah, because he lost at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
To John Cena. Mm-hmm. And it was at least 6 weeks.
It was like SummerSlam or something like that before we saw him
it was a long time. It was multiple weeks and into months. And we kept talking about, like, where's Cody? Where's Cody? What's he doing? And, you know, and so I just need to get back to that. And I think everybody needs a break. And we need a reason to like Cody again. And right now it just kind of seems like he's being shoved down my throat.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's why, even though he's part-time, Roman Reigns gets the pop that he does every time he comes out. Because, I mean, and that could be why they're doing it. Did you see the text that I sent you from that Reddit thread earlier today or the Instagram?
Bro, curse Roman Reigns to be full-time. Hell yeah.
Just a picture of Danhausen, and the comment was, can he curse Roman by having him wrestle for full-time?
That's right.
Which is just great. I mean, and that could be why it is. So, yeah, I mean, make us miss you. I think that's great. You know, take the break every now and again. You deserve it. You've earned it. You don't need to be the face of the company. Let someone else take it. And I think it's Randy's time. So.
What if Danhausen curses Cody and he goes on a break?
There you go.
I curse you to Cancun.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
All right, so that's how our show ends. We're going to end this show by talking about our botch and our pop of the week. For me, my botch of the week was that, I mean, at the time I thought Michin should have beat Jade. I thought that would have been way more compelling to the story. I don't know. The whole Jade thing, like, we talked about it. I'm just kind of done with it and ready to move on from her. So that was me.
Yeah, my botch was Nia Jax.
Okay. Yep.
Yep. Just pretty much anything she does in the ring is about as uninspired as possible.
And my pop of the week was Danhausen preparing to take over his hostile takeover of MizTV. GoodnightHausen with Danhausen.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that because anything that Danhausen does is pretty great.
Make it a podcast. I'm here for it.
Yes. Let's get some GoodnightHausen on.
All right. Send us out, Jess.
Oh, thanks, guys, for watching. Appreciate it. Put your comments down below if you agree. At this point, we've never gotten a comment on any of our videos.
Yeah.
So I would encourage you, my friends, to comment anything. Maybe what you had for breakfast. But more importantly, maybe something that we said that you agree with or disagree with in the comments.
Yeah. Or give us your WrestleMania predictions.
Yeah. That's it for us today, guys. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you guys next week.